Okay. Okay, this time around, I have one of this each and every. Should have solar. Very clear questions. Immediate, we are there. What are we going to get to where we want to be? I would want to give, alright, di mana kita berada sekarang, alright, so that means current reality. Not perhaps 2025, alright, let's get there. But how are we going to get there? What does it take for us to get there? Right, let's think now, not 2050, but in the immediate, maybe 5 years. How can we get there quickly? I know some of you are being very realistic. I know that. You are saying this because you think it's going to take quite some time. Right? But really, ladies and gents, we do not have much time. Because kalaulah kita achieve by 2050, just imagine the others, alright? The other countries. I don't know what will they achieve by 2050. We need to catch up fast, alright? We cannot wait that long. A lot of other countries are already on the digital platform and optimizing, not on, but optimizing their digital platforms, services and transactions. If we all wait until 2050, terlama juga. Let's see how we can shorten that time by answering these questions. You have, say, about 10 to 15 minutes to do this. This is a group work. Once you're done, I stop the time, maybe do a bit of sharing. Okay? Government initiatives, the many initiatives kita ada. Kita pun ada tu, Digital Malaysia tu. Next, are the gaps. What are the limitations and concerns that are stopping us from doing things better in terms of digital governance? And then, how are we going to get there? All these three questions are interrelated. You can answer them at one go, or you can separate them. I don't mind. But I want you to now think about these questions and answer them either in I don't know, Stormia format, or you want to do some form of linkages. You can do that. Up to your own creativity to how you want to represent this. Then maybe I call one or two of you to present later on. Alright? If we are ready, let's go. Alright? Hang on.
Ni kira government services ke apa ni?
Yeah, government services. Yeah, government services.
Government
Government services, government, yeah, government transactions. Well, banking, do you have a government bank that you...
There are certain transactions which relates to bank.
Okay.
For example, you want to renew your, so for example, you want to renew your road tax.
Yalah.
You
Okay.
want to renew your insurance. You pay when you pay, when you start to pay, it will relate to them.
Okay, okay.
Kait tanah ke?
Then must bring that in. Must bring that in. Yeah, must bring that in. Part and parcel, correct. Ladies and gents, please bring in financial consideration macam banking pun. I know because banking is an integral feature of transaction. So you can bring that idea in. Banking features.
So ada lagi one ataupun gap antara sini dengan sini.
What? That is a gap, right? How we to...
Macam you buat SCCD, talk about ni apa ni? Buat SCCD analysis. Buat dua kotak. Ada business. Business licensing. Ni cukai-cukai tak badan berkandang tak consider government. Macam cukai tanah. Cukai tanah, all those. Kerajaan, you know.
Apa tu bless tu, Puan? What's bless? Oh, okay.
Because everything you are supposed to gunakan that particular system.
Macam ni punya result,
okay.
scholarship.
Boleh lah, boleh dapat online kan sekarang?
So ini
apa yang
yeah. But the ultimate question is, orang tahu tak the existence of this?
Normally they will wear. The awareness
Huh?
is there.
Awareness is there?
Awareness is there because they will announce. Normally they will announce. News. They will news normally will spell out where you can get the result. You can check. Yeah.
Okay lah. So alright.
Tapi not everybody, not everybody baca.
Not everybody.
Report untuk ni.
Cuma kadang-kadang kalau kita buat online buat benda tu,
Ooh, this is nice. Where do you get this from?
It's actually our 11 mission plan.
Okay.
It's related lah actually. There exists
15 no, ini
pie chart.
kedudukan ke-15.
Wow.
Sebab service delivery mission plan. Kita buat 3 je. 3 point je. Kita buat yang ini. Sebab yang lain lebih kepada internal. Jadi the world global. Boleh. Just tulis.
Tapi tak payahlah ayat panjang-panjang je.
Ambil.
Yalah. Note form je lah. Ya.
Sebab angka tu besar. Berarti 15.
Index tu.
Nice.
Okay, what is the challenges?
IT infrastructure, those are a challenge, is it?
Yeah.
There's a challenge, I've been hearing it from all of you actually, the infrastructure. Tak boleh menampung, especially it's when it's seasonal, like you said, right? It will lag, people get locked.
even income tax.
Pun.
Income tax kan, waktu kita nak masuk kan, waktu everybody kan ada deadline.
Yalah, untuk file in your tax lah.
Tahun ni everybody dia tukar kita punya
Ni,
ID
konsep.
apa semua tu.
Bajet.
Kan jam waktu kita nak call nak dapatkan number tu.
Tak boleh masuk.
Invitation kan? Bajet.
Budget dah, it's a concern. Constraint ya, duit
Duit, tak boleh buat. And then, awareness. Maybe.
Oh, that we say, yeah, because just now you cakap working in silos, everyone having their own, everyone working on their own system. Tapi tak ada concerted effort to bring everything together.
No, ada tapi dia tak jadi.
Tak jadi.
Because all the system tahu. For example, ni sekarang ni dengan
What about ni?
SDKB, that's payment Lepas tu dengan apa
Generation
Ni,
gap.
bless. Generation gap. So you think the ones who are IT savvy, the ones who are young and all that, they are able to be on board
Yeah.
faster
Yeah.
as opposed to the old officers, veteran? I don't know.
Yeah,
What do you think?
Those 90 above, those who already reach 80 plus,
Okay.
then I'm a bit worried using all this mobile.
Okay, maybe they are not savvy lah.
Yeah,
They're not savvy, not being able to use Okay, point taken. I understand. I know some senior officers not used to computers and doing online transactions. I know that. They keep coming back to the buildings because dah jadi condition lah. In fact, that's also another thing. You have been conditioned. You dah bikin tu for the last 15-20 years. So for you to go back to the computer, and to do this, you feel awkward.
Even we have a problem with the pensioners. That's why we
Yeah, to govern all
okay.
this.
Oh, that's nice. Wah, very good. Yeah, between where we are right now and where we want to be, there is a gap, right? How do we fill up this gap in order for us, rather than 2050, 2025? How are we going to fill up that gap so that we can get there faster? What do you think? Is it human capability development? Do you think competency need to, so that means kita nak kena upgrade kita punya workforce? Do you think? I don't know. Or maybe you think it's not even that. Is this the infrastructure? Let's see how we can enhance infrastructure dulu, because if I say weak, I don't know. This is where you guys will talk about it. Yeah.
From us by infrastructure, all that.
Yeah. Again, as I told that guys over there, right? So if this is where we are, kan? Ni di mana kita sekarang berada. We cannot go 2050 too long. We need to fill up the gap so that kita boleh datang in time. So everyone is here right now. But there is this gap, right? How to close that? Is it human development? Is it our expertise? So that that means kita nak kena upgrade kita punya workforce. Is it that? Or maybe kita nak kena upgrade kita punya infrastructure is weak. Tu pasal kita I don't know. This is where you need to so how is it so how to so if you think that, okay, then maybe that's one. Kalau kita settle tu, maybe 50% of the battle is won. Maybe. Then what else? What else? Is it awareness? Do you think awareness? Or is it content? Content ada tapi orang tak tahu. Or maybe orang tak tahu bagaimana nak pakai. I don't know. This
Okay.
yeah.
Maybe the
different age gap. Okay. So that we can shorten this. Yeah.
iPad lah untuk tablet dalam kelas. Baru tahu
okay.
sebab dia buat pilot. Dia buat pilot kat tengah tu sebab dia dengar Abu masa tu Terengganu. So Abu kata join negeri aku dulu. So Terengganu adalah dia punya pilot.
So they give everyone an iPad. Boleh pakai iPad. Teachers. All teachers I give iPad. Wah.
Dengan dia dapat student.
Dengan students. Wah. How much tu dia punya investment?
Murah je dalam 100 something, 200 something.
Oh, okay.
Sebab dia custom made.
Oh, okay. So it's not macam Apple custom made tablet. Okay, understand. Kalau itu mahal lah. Okay.
Tak, custom made in China very limited users and tak boleh nak download.
Oh, but then that's also a limitation kan? Kalau
Yelah, tapi
just to start off lah, is it?
kick off lah budak-budak. Tekan tablet tu.
Ini apa? Primary school. Okay. Alright.
Dah ada kat Terengganu. So this year they are going to make it into a policy lah, to be implemented next year.
Wow. So that means they will see for each Malaysian.
No more textbooks.
Wow. So paperless lah. What do you think Boleh? Boleh ya?
Pilot boleh.
Okay lah. Pilot boleh lah.
Pilot dah jalan.
Pilot. Macam nak roll out lah. Roll out totally lah. Wah, that one. Tu budget also ada constraint I don't know whether.
Next month dia announcement.
But it's
So biasa Putrajaya akan jadi pilot juga somehow.
Initiative. Five more minutes. 5 minutes. 5 more minutes. 5 minutes. Wrap up. 5 minit. 5 more minutes.
Go back Singapore. Jumpa mana-mana.
Then coming back.
Kat Marsiling je. Tak. Ada content juga ni tapi pasal dia khas sikit kena. Kalau nak buang
Kan? Dah, mana 01 ya? Wah, aku bawa ini je. Mana 01?
mana-mana.
Okay. Can lah. Tak apa. Kita pergi.
Okay,
okay. Alright.
Kita takut jam.
No worries. It's all in the... Don't worry.
Anyway, betul lah. Belum lagi training kan?
Belum, nanti I bilang.
Okay,
This is more of...
Very
Eh? Betul lah. Ready? Maybe up last couple of sentences. Last. Check. Okay. Then let us do this in the most democratic system. Yes. Kita buat style survivor pula lah Survivor style. Okay, we will choose the first group to present by doing this. Everyone, humor me right now. Right hand up to the sky, pointing up to the sky. By the count of 3, I want you to point to a table yang akan present dulu. Okay. Pointing up to the sky. Alright. On the count of 3, point to a table that you think must present first lah. 1, 2, 3. Habis kena.
Kita nak present dulu kan?
The tribe has spoken. There's a survivor The tribe has spoken. Sorry, team ABC. Alright, team ABC. Let's see what they have. Come on. Support. Boleh tak? Salam. InsyaAllah.
Sudah ada. Buat ada salah satu ini sudah. Swasta dalam doing their business in government. And then kita di payment, di report, within the government itself, kita ada Hermes, EPSA and juga e-sealer. E-sealer berkenaan dengan permohonan beasiswa ataupun permohonan macam persekutuan, beasiswa pinjaman dan beasiswa. And then apa yang kita lihat sekarang ni, kita ada banyak kekangan sebenarnya. Kenapa sehingga 2017 ke sasaran yang sebenar 2020 ni. Kita masih lagi kekurangan infrastruktur dalam IT. Kemudiannya bajet yang makin constraint, makin mengecil dalam kerajaan. Dan kekurangan awareness, kesedaran di kalangan mas lah dalam di semua peringkat sebenarnya kesedaran. Even saya pun sebenarnya bila terlibat dengan DGCCR ni baru saya tahu ada Digital Malaysia. Itu dia lah. Bila dah di dalam sebulan 2 ni baru tahu itu Digital Malaysia wujud sebenarnya. And then kita masih lagi dari kalangan government department, kita masih lagi silo. Walaupun kita cuba nak menafikan kemudian kita ada masalah generation gap, especially baby boomers yang masih lagi ada dalam komuniti kita dengan generation yang masih lagi berbeza kaedah ataupun pemikiran kita. Kemudian kita ada polisi, prosedur lagi dia mungkin tempat GO kita je perintah am GO perintah am iaitu satu prosedur yang penjawab awam dalam melaksanakan tugas adalah direka atau kita pada tahun 2024 masih lagi ada. Kita dah menuju ke new millennial pun kita masih lagi pakai 2024 and then plus level yang ada di kalangan semua peringkat lah, sama ada IT specialist kita dan juga administrator kita lah yang masih lagi kurang dari komputer atau komputer mereka dalam IT. Dan apa yang kami daripada kumpulan ABC nak cadangkan lagi 3 tahun ni, sebenarnya kita dah 2 tahun 4 bulan 2020 ni. Walaupun satu usaha yang quite tough lah memang kadang-kadang saya rasa macam susah nak dilaksanakan, terutama sekali education. Jadi kita semua education, kita kena bermula dari sekolah. Kita kena letakkan kesedaran ataupun dengan IT ni pada daripada junior tu, daripada tadika dan sebagainya. Saya rasa itu telah dilakukan oleh semua negara maju. Kalau kita nak contoh Jepun lah, daripada Jepun dia dah develop dia punya mindset dan juga culture orang dalam IT dan sebagainya. Yang keduanya engagement. Saya beri satu aspek saja ataupun contoh apabila pelaksanaan AES last time 2015, apabila kerajaan nak buat AES, nak tangkap pesalah jalan raya, kita tak pernah laksanakan kerana kita tak engage dengan masyarakat. So kita tak pernah laksanakan penggunaan AES hingga sekarang. Itulah penggunaan laksana. Kemudiannya kita apabila kita inklusif dan integrated ni bermaksud apabila kita mereka satu aplikasi ataupun sistem dan juga polisi, kita tidak melakukannya secara menyeluruh. Mungkin nak selesaikan satu isu saja. Kita cuma tackle that issue and then kita cuba nak laksanakan ketika isu lain tidak dapat diselesaikan. Dan yang last sekali Omni apa tadi itu? Kita kena pelbagai saluran yang kita kena gunakan untuk mempercepatkanlah proses digitalisation. Dan yang terakhir kita mestilah menambahkan pegawai gunakan dalam government, berarti pegawai yang multi skill dan competent dalam mencapai digital Malaysia. Itu saja persembahan yang boleh saya tambah ataupun group saya mesti nak tambah.
Ada lagi group members? Ya, ada yang lupa ke? Ada yang miss out? Come.
The integrated part should be sharing of information between it's not silo bring your own and so on.
For now, your table thinks that lah. They are working very much in silos and not. Okay. Thank you, AVC. Terima kasih. I know perhaps some of the points will be repeated. I think maybe you also have some of these points. Maybe you highlight your points. If the points that are not repeated, maybe you think, there are certain other points that I want to highlight. Maybe you can highlight that. Maybe we go this way pula lah. Team makan. Team makan? Oh, yeah. Ladies first Oh, they want ladies first Ladies first? Itu semua ladies. Di belakang semua ladies. Alright. Team flexible betul tak? Flexible kan? Macam mana tu? Team flexible. Okay, come.
Right.
Come.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Hello.
Okay. Kami bilang flexible. Actually apa yang telah dibentang.
Alah. Mac.
On apa yang kita lihat kepada RMK11 lah. Dia akan end 2020 kan. So this is our target actually untuk public service delivery, which is kita nak index work competitiveness yearly book. Currently we are at 15. So by 2020 actually we are targeting at number 10 lah. And
Wow,
then the
drop.
other one is EGDI, online services. Currently we are at 31. We are looking forward to 15.
15.
Corrupt.
Dia cakap tak ada Ada soalan tak ada? Okay,
What are the gaps? Okay, the limitation things telah sebut. Sebab leadership, macam mana kita, our leadership punya thinking adakah align with apa yang kita buat, right? And then dari aspect organizations, adakah traditional organizations that we are now, hierarchy ke apa ke, actually affects on the limitation untuk kita move forward into digital government. And then people, talents, adakah diorang ada kompetensi yang diperlukan untuk pursue digital government, dan work environment, culture as well as infrastructure lah. Out of many ni, I think the most important thing yang kita kena tackle adalah culture. I think ni personal view, culture dengan organisation should go align with what we are doing in terms of infrastructure. Kalau kita ada infrastructure yang okay, tapi organisation kita masih traditional, masih hierarchy, tidak fleksibel, dan tidak boleh nak mobile. So I think problem juga. Infrastructure ada tapi the people, the organisation still traditional way of working lah, kan? And then how are we going to get there? Actually, these 5 components lah yang we should have a look at: leadership, organizations, people. So in 2025 kita nak leadership macam mana? Because leadership is actually now we are looking forward into holacracy, for example. Kita nak everyone is a leader. It's not anymore that only certain organisation by organisation, but it should be everyone. Leadership is everyone business. So then we can move forward into digital lah, kan? And then organisation, agile ke, kita nak holacracy organisation. Mungkin in future kita tak ada pun ministry, mungkin ministry ada 1-2 je, government. Dan kita kena lihatlah peranan government kita, adakah kita ni adopters ataupun enablers. I think itulah
Very good. Flexi. Very good. Terima kasih. Next group. I think the trio Trio. The trio there. Savvy. Team Savvy. Wah, cantik ni.
Bulan we are quite advanced compared to other countries like macam bila kita nak luar negara pas itu biasalah masa tu. So cari hasil pun we are quite advanced. So kalau dari segi initial lebih bisa tu tergrade hasil dia nak bayar cukai dia sudah pergi sendiri lah kan. Mungkin ada setengah tu memang perlu tergrade, tapi punya I mean limitation dia lebih kepada kalau macam now we are at the stage every agency jabatan kementerian dia pergi sendiri kan. I mean dia tak fikir orang lain sebab nak cepat, masa-masa nak cepat. So kalau kita pergi seorang-seorang memang cepat. Dia pas jago. Actually kalau dah ada lah macam by mampu inisiatif DTSA kan, data terbuka sektor awam. Apa nama dia panggil open data.
Open data.
Itu partly I mean yang collecting the data all that. So there's people and technology. First people, yeah. Jadi there's generation pun di gap lah. Kan kalau elderly dia macam mak kita pun, tapi sekarang elderly catching up kan. Macam semua pun family punya group WhatsApp pun mak dah aktif lah kan. Kan macam mak saya apa kat kampung belakang rumah rambutan dah masak, dia ambil gambar rambutan masak, dia hantar rambutan sudah masak. Naturally aspirated company. Kita seperti ni Malaysian ataupun coordinating people at the correct things like that. Ada then there's pada yang there's normal kan mungkin so
Very salient points. I think some of the points that all of you have raised, they are repeated, definitely, because of the fact that all of us are in unison with this. Okay, we understand what are the gaps, we understand the concerns, but I think the next step is really how to solve this, right? how to effectively solve all of these problems. We understand that infrastructure is one, all right? Awareness perhaps is another, right? The content perhaps too is also another aspect. Human capital is also another, and that is very important. No? You cannot run a digital government without, yes, competent, that's why all of us are here, right? Without competent professionals doing this. Because the back-end work is tremendous. Kan? Bukan senang. Bukan perkara yang mudah. You need really computer engineers, scientists to be working behind this. Data analysts, big data analysts, not just data analysts, big data analysts, to make sense of the data. Because the data can help us to solve many problems of the future too. Sebab ada trend, ada some form of patterns if you look. That's why big data is very important these days. It's not just to inform though. It's not just to inform, memberitahu, but to inference. In order for you to tackle future problems, look at the data. To share with you, you know what they are doing now in just across the causeway in Singapore? Certain estates, there are sensors capturing people's activities. And through that, they know that this estate, kebanyakannya orang suka cycle. So the government built cycling parks. And that is through sensors and through cameras. And there are data analysts to look at all of these photographs, pictures, people posting things online and say, hey, that estate ada unique. Dekat sana semua orang suka cycle. So now they build a bit more cycling parks. Interesting, right? It's to infer, not just to inform, but to infer what can I do to be a better government, to help my citizens or rakyat live a healthier life. Maybe they like to do a certain thing, so that I provide them these certain things. Interesting, right? So big data analysts, computer scientists, computer engineers, maybe to a certain extent, computer hackers. Yeah. You do need hackers in order for you to settle certain problems. Yeah. Right? If the hackers are not working for you, they are working for someone else. Might as well you get them to work for you. Right? So that they are able to neutralize certain problems that come our way. I know for sure certain government agencies, they employ hackers. These are geeks, but very good. They know what to do if a problem arises. Let's say, for example, a malware comes in, ransomware. Someone is publishing certain things in the internet to disrupt the e-government services. You need someone smarter to neutralize, right? And who does this best? But the hackers who hack systems. They know what the other person is doing, because most probably that other person is his or her friend. They are all graduated from MIT or some other big universities, or some of them self-taught, right? And they know each other because all of these hackers, they are most probably on WhatsApp, and they know how to neutralize certain things. So these are the things, and yes, and that comes under capability development, or to be able to understand that human competencies must also come into play, right? So solutions now, how do we do this? I think hearing from all of you, it is a concerted effort. All the services must come together so that the user experience is effective, right? So that when a user comes in a certain portal, it is a one-stop shop. I don't have to close, open, maybe close, open 2-3 times, that's it. I don't have to open, close many times. Secondly, it has to be user-friendly. That's what you said, kan? You pun tak tahu, boleh jadi nenek kita, mak kita pun tak tahu macam mana nak pakai. But they have to use it. It has to be easy to use. Right? The user experience must be good. Next one, if the person comes in, the transaction must do what it's supposed to do. Right? It has to do what it is supposed or designed to do. Right? If it doesn't do that, then people will lose confidence. Right? It is supposed to do what it is intended to do. They call it the desired outcome of systems. What is the desired outcome of that system? They call it begin with the end in mind. I begin this system because I have this end in mind. This one is to settle this. It has to do that. And not only settling it, it has to settle it in the most effective fashion. Not this way. I settle this, then suddenly I have to wait for the next 5-10 minutes. Look at the thing, terus log out. People say, what is going on here? Right? Is this something that I want to use? Is this really working? Because it can only work and people can lend confidence if that system works and works well. Then you say, yes, that system, that digitized system, that automated system is really working well, and I am on board. Then you gain confidence, and a lot more people are buying into it. And of course, awareness. I think we have been talking about that too. Some people are aware of certain systems, the existence of certain systems. Ada orang pun tak tahu pun systems exist. So this is to get the word out there. These are the various systems that we have. Use them so that it becomes easier for you. Because ultimately, again, gents, ladies, it's about the citizens. It's for the citizens. You are also citizens. So that you are able to do this anywhere, everywhere, efficient, confident, that whatever you are transacting, whatever services, it the most effective. To do this, there must be a concerted effort. Try to do. But I don't know whether you face this. Certain applications that I went, Gamma is also another one. I went in, I tried to use certain applications and all that, and it's still back to borang. I still have to download and fill up the borang. Then I was thinking, isn't it supposed to be digital? Right? It's supposed to be. I don't have to fill up that. I don't have to print out and fill up and go. Right? I'm supposed. My understanding of digitization is for me to go in, I open up an interface, alright, but before that, I have to log in lah. I have a login, then this login will have a 2-factor authentication, have to for security. I authenticate, I come in, I do everything online. But I ended up having to print out borang-borang. Hey, then I was thinking, okay, this is good, but I will now have to print out. I don't have a printer. How? So I have to print out. I have to bring this borang to a certain government office. Now, I don't know whether that is DG lah, digital government lah. I think it's supposed to be in another form, or maybe this is phase 1. I'm not quite sure. Maybe you can also do this. Macam-macam. Take a look. Talking about that internet is something to do that stop shop lah. Aplikasi. Malaysians, there are many of beratus
Gamma is one
It's an app store. Okay.
And all the apps are authenticated by us.
By mampu.
Genuine.
This is genuine website apps lah. So we do have it. Alright, not bad, So we do have. It's not that bad. I'm just telling you that we are en route. We are en route. Yes, we have application. We have that very good, but now how to pull things together and make it more effective. Let's look at some stats. Is the most savvy. Interesting, this is 2016 lah. Right? Learn maturity. It is just one or two things, but it is an and development of all of these components in order for us to achieve that. Is systems working together. If you have only one or two, it will not work that well. Because it is an integrated, that's what we say, right? An integrated effort. But we can launch it by phases. I think we have been doing that by phases. But all of the components must go together. It is very critical for the components to come together to make up the ecosystem. Hence, they call it systems thinking. The systems that are coming into play must come into play and work together. If not, it becomes problematic. You have a certain system, you have a certain e-services, but the e-service is not working that well because one or two components are not working that well. So all, for example, satu application lah, satu app lah you nak pakai, Hermes lah, let's say go with Hermes. Now for it to work, and we all know this, there are certain periods of time where Hermes will be inundated with users. Ramai orang pakai. And this is always in November, December. Yeah. So now, right? So you know that, right? November, December, Hermes will be inundated with, so dah jadi super user lah, dah ramai orang masuk dalam. Now, for it to handle, one component is infrastructure must be sound. That means the whole system must be able to manage all of these many transactions at one go, at any one time, this volume. Boleh tak? That's one. Alright. Secondly, all of the transactions are being done effectively. Tak ada lagging. Everyone will get what they want, the desired outcome, fast. Now, does that work? So the second part. Third one, the ones working behind the scenes. Are they competent enough? Kalau ada hang, kalau ada lagging, are they competent enough to neutralize and then get the system up and running again? Ada ke tak? So these are the components. The leaders of this Hermes system, do they know what to do if a problem arises? So you see, it's not just about one or two. It's about all of them working in concert, working together in order for us to push this thing up. Kalau tak, it will not work well. So that's just one example of the many examples that I think all of you can think of too. Right? It has to be done in unison. There's this thing that the government is using these days at the term. It's called whole of government approach. Yeah. It's not just one or two services or one or two departments working, a whole of government approach towards digital government. So if we are working in silos before, I think we have to stop doing it now. If not, then some applications, some services will not work as well. People will still think that it is arduous atau susah nak masuk certain system because terlalu banyak aplikasi. Because certain things, if you imagine it, certain things, they are common. Like payment. It's common, right? Why not you take that out of the equation? Centralized payment. What else? Maybe services. Maybe there can be a one-stop help desk. Bukan semua help desk, but group them together and this is one. But this requires all agencies to sit together. What is common, what is not. What is unique, what is not. This is common. Boom. One side already. This is not unique. This is very much unique. Very unique. Okay, these are the systems that need double security here. But the rest of them, once you start doing that, then you can see the entire ecosystem say, yeah, in fact, some of the things we are doing is duplication. If you start doing that, you will soon find out that certain things that are in the system, they are duplicated. Ini pun bikin tu, everyone is doing that thing. But if we can siphon out those things and say that these are the common systems that exist almost everywhere, like payment, right? Biometric, for example, too. These are common features. Why not we group them? So that is a one-time thing. Rather than our citizens doing this over and over again, or going into one app, closing another, opening up another, closing and opening up another. Interesting, to think it that. To achieve, that's the mission. So, again, the end, what is our vision, how to I think the strategies must also be done well. The planning of this.
Is that right?
Basically, our
What's it?
Thank you very much.
thank you.
I thought.
Ah.
Okay, sorry.
Because we will we will save the best for last. I still remember this. Save the best for last. They will, because I know this group because I've seen their work, so I know what they are about to present. Yeah. What? All these things. In things that you know. It's just that now how to solve. Certain have that need to be settled. What are the top barriers for digital transformation in Malaysia? Yeah? There are 5, in fact. Lack of organizational leadership. Again, some of you highlighted this. Workforce. Right? Interesting, These are the top barriers. Why we cannot go as fast as we want to. So if we can say this, that leaders must be now level up. We say our ICT infrastructure must be sound now. Cyber threats and security concerns must be neutralized. Economic environment, though they are uncertain, we have contingency plans for them. And lack of digitally skilled workforce, we need to now level up our workforce. If there are no computer engineers, I think we need to have them. specifically in this area, or computer scientists, or big data analysts, or inferential statistics or statisticians. You must have these people around. Yeah, that we have to. All right, yeah. Mampu. Mampukan kita melaksanakan. Yeah. Of course, budget must be there. Another one is PPO, right? They call it public, private organizations or partnership. Right? If we can't do it, then we need to leverage on other organizations to help us. Right? There are such things going on. Public and private partnership. They come together. That it is now so right, remember PT, people plus technology. The people must be enhanced, be savvy, the process must be sound, means the systems must be right, the technology must be good. Only then can we rely on a digital initiative. Of course, the content will help us do what we want to do.
Just think about content. Is it something that, you know, because actually make
and the content must speak behind this content. Yeah. The info that you want to put. Of course, you have your people, your process, your technology, but what is the content? What are we trying to do here? What are the kind of things we want to put here? The planning of it, right? So we have to sit, we have to come together and ask ourselves very difficult questions. For this one, what are we trying to do? What is the content that we want to populate? Apa yang kita nak masukkan dalam sini? This is where it will those things, process those, because underpinning all those things are the salient content. Think about it. Developers, content developers are very important. This is where it is a symbiotic relationship between the technical geeks, the ones who do this, because they don't know, no? They can only do systems, but they do not know what you want. So the content developers must come in. Hey, I nak buat ni lah, untuk the citizen. But how do I get it? That's also another thing. Where do you derive that content? Design thinking. The best way is, you know what? To ask people, right? To see what people want. This is where the FGDs, the observation, the big data, the analysis of this data will govern our thoughts to what might be good for the citizen. Not what we think, you know. What we think might not be what it is. Right? Because that is your perception. Because that's your perception. I think rakyat kita, rakyat Malaysia perlukan servis ini. Macam mana you dapat tu? How do you get that? How do you derive at that? For all you know, makcik ni tak perlukan tu. Kakak tu pun tak perlukan tu. Kakak tu perlukan ni. Kenapa you tak buat ni? Dia cakap, betul juga but kita punya think tanks think that then you have to ask, where did your think tanks get this info from? Or maybe ada agenda ke, kan? Why do you do this? Is it because you want to push a certain service? because this certain service can do certain things for you. No lah. So we need to correct. Ultimately, going back to design thinking. Design thinking will tell you, yes, that the most important aspect of a service is to ask the users, to look, to observe, to look at your stats, to talk to people, understand what it is so that you are able to do it right. There was a campaign in Singapore which wasted a lot of money. After that, they redo it because now they went on design thinking. This was about 5 years ago. They think to get students moving by giving them pedometers. So all of the think tanks thought that pedometers might work. They didn't ask the kids. They think the kids will wear them. Semua buang pedometer tu. Tak pakai pun. So cakap, pasal apa tau? Color-color, cute lah, mesti budak-budak pakai. Anak-anak ni mesti pakai. Tak pakai pun. They don't see it. Because they never ask the kids. Actually the kids, when they start asking them, they want an app. Pasal dia semua savvy. They want an app, dia nak track. Dia tak nak ni pedometer ni. They want something to track their movement. So they redesign the entire product. It wasted a lot of money. But then they knew that was something that they had to do. To ask people lah first. Don't do it. Go and ask what they want. What do they really need? Right? Then after asking whether this thing that you are about to do really works. Because the product is also another story, First they can tell you what they want, but the product must also be good. So they design the product and then they test, and then they review, and then test again. And then see, okay, this works. Then you have majority of kids using it. So ultimately, they came up with another form of pedometer, but some of them can be downloaded through apps. And then they can check their punya lifestyle, and then after that, they can share through social media. So kids started using them. Interesting, right? But they learned a lot from there. They wasted MOE, wasted a lot of money, Singapore that is, by doing that, because they had to now redesign things. But that was a costly thing lah. I'm sharing with you because I think we shouldn't go down there. There's certain things we can learn from others. So design thinking is very important. I encourage us to in this room to think about that. How can I now design systems, digital systems that can really help people? Not what I think, but what they really need. And then we become a very good government. Because it's also something that we need to do. I think most of you have get this. Strategy, delivery, direction. Is the direction right? Developing them. Use of digital platforms that we have. So yes, it comes back again to human capital and human development, right? For them to be ready, and then whatever problems there are, our people can neutralize them without much hassle. But that strategy. These days, small is the new big. Small is the new big. Being small now, you are more nimble. You are able to move fast. You are able to roll out plans fast. Being big sometimes is a bit cumbersome. Susah. You're sluggish. Terlalu banyak systems. You can't roll out very fast, right? So sometimes being small is good too. These days, it's not about the size. It's about the capability of what you can do. So these days, the saying is small is the new big. Alright, if you're small, you remain very nimble. You can move things very fast. You can roll out things fast too. But that doesn't mean big countries cannot do the same. You have to divide it. Alright, Sun Tzu's Art of War. How to win? divide and conquer. Not win wars, right? You cannot win wars one shot. You divide and conquer. They knew this a long time ago. That's the art of war. You cannot fight countries by going all out and fighting one big country. You divide, you conquer them one by one. So what we can do, we divide sections and then we slowly infiltrate. And then it becomes a whole approach. If we try to do it one shot, it can become very, very difficult. Right? You can get overwhelmed pasal terlalu besar. Right? But when you do a pilot first, they call it, I heard that, a pilot program, test it out, iron out the kinks, test again, this works. You go to the next one, go to the next one, go to the next one. Infiltrate, and then you can get this. So again, it's back to the small thing, right? Small is nimble, small can get you to do things faster and get there faster. Finland. Do you know that they, in their human capital, quite heavily? In order for you to become a teacher in Finland, you need to become a master degree holder. No teacher in Finland is a bachelor holder. You need to become a master degree holder. Real, huh? That is how they play on the education. Because it starts, all of us, we belong once, eh? Yeah. And who taught us, teachers? So maybe you should start with your teachers. Because I noticed someone said education, right? Yeah. This group, is it?
Yeah.
They went to Swivl to study about the education in Finland.
Yeah. Okay. Sorry.
Ada
Didn't kick off, huh? Okay.
tak boleh
Diploma. Yeah, it starts with the educator. All of us belong to a school once. Alright, all of us go through. We were small once, we went through teachers once. The teachers makes it or breaks it for us. Right? If teacher is good, if you have a good educator, then good. Your mind is molded accordingly. But if your teacher is not that sound or maybe not that competent, then you won't be as competent. Right? Because you go through, all of us go through certain systems, especially education systems. I'm not saying that Finland is good though, all in all, because they have their own, see, it is contextualized. Alright, Finland, because of your environment, your orang so different. So over here, I'm not saying Finland is the model we need to go to, but we can learn something from them. That's all. And then what we do, we contextualize. We adapt and we contextualize. Because certain things, like it or not, they are doing good. Right? Like leveling up all their teachers. That is a good way of doing it. So that means all teachers, bila kena deploy daripada MOE, you know that this teacher can do the job well. Not only content is sound, delivery is good, curriculum development is good, able to assess and monitor, able to do classroom management, everything. So you know when you deploy teachers, you deploy them well. You know that this is in confidence. You deploy all of them. And you know that they are going to do a good job. Right? It's back again, the investment on human. It's investment in the human capital. Yes, definitely choose people. Right? Any human resource people here, HR. Yeah, there we go. Right? Every day, I think you think about this too, almost every time, right? When you fit people in certain government agencies, you think about getting the right people on board, right? Getting them, getting the right people on the bus in order for them to do the job well. If they are not, then how are we leveling them up? What sort of professional development programs do we have in terms of PD? Do we have a training roadmap when they come to us? When they go into when we are going to government. What are we doing to ensure that the digital government section is being taken care of as we are hiring? Because we are going there. Something for us to think about. Proficiency of and the rest of them that we have been talking. The art of digital transformation, again, begin with your why. Of you are saying this, we need to collaborate even. I heard some people say that, oh, we have been doing this for many years. It's time for us to change. Right? And it's true. These days, change is the only constant. There's no constant. Change these days is the only constant. And things are changing not just progressively, exponentially, because of the technological advances. That's why we cannot wait 2050, ladies and gents here, we must do it ASAP. 2050, I think is way too long. Alright, we need to now, I think that's why we are having these conversations, alright, we are having these workshops, so that we can level up quickly. Let me just
or apps invite citizens to interact with government through whichever channel they choose, online or offline. Use community marketing to make testing, stand and optimize the channel shift to online services and technology consulting, digital transformation. Get in touch to find out more about our work on digital.
this with this. Alright, we have one more, right? Belum lagi present. Yeah. So, after hearing all those things just now, are you going to change or not change? Maybe no lah. Maybe we can invite the last group. You see, I like this. You see? Wow. The various points of the years. Who is going to present? Before we end off. Invite all of you to also share. Yeah, finish off.
Okay, first of all, okay, so kita dah dengar macam-macam lah kan. Basically, macam disebutkan tadi, poin-poin yang dikumpulkan adalah sama lah. Jadi apa yang hari ni kita nak tengok dari segi apa yang kita nak buat, modul-modul seterusnya. So, dari apa yang saya tengok tadi, mungkin based on the one based on to provide service before it being asked. Itu yang saya punya hope as disedia macam mungkin boleh recall sebelum ni masa ada bengkel kenal dengan data analytics sebelum ni, di mana ada saya tak ingat di mana ada sebuah kerajaan tempatan sebagai contoh mungkin biasalah kita suka masuk dalam Facebook, you know, Malaysia is more memang banyak apa ni
menggunakan social media.
So dia masuk komen ataupun apa-apa ni lah dia share. Contohnya ada pokok tombang ataupun ada lampu isyarat rosak, kan? Dia just share, and then aduan itu tak semestinya masuk dalam. Sekarang ni kita get used to pergi kepada portal, kena adu selalu secara rasmi lah kan. Tapi melalui Facebook ni dia terus pick up that aduan, then suddenly dia terus hantar dari segi polis ke ataupun anything. So that is something that is yang kita nak lah kan. I think that is the challenge that we need to face lah. Dan itu yang saya nampak. Maksudnya dari segi digital government, it's not just about website or everything, is how do we provide the services as fast as we can, something like that. So I think that's my my comment on based on our discussion.
The rest of your team members, anything to add? Yeah.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Daripada apa yang saya nampak tadi, saya melihat saya paling tertarik dengan apa yang Cik Aika cakap tu. Kita kena not IT savvy saya lah. Setiap kali dia nak pergi buat nak bayar bil ke, nak buat banking punya transaction, dia takkan pergi online tau.
Pergi inilah.
Mesti tak pergi ke pejabat pos kan. Bila kita tanya kenapa tak nak buat online, senang sangat. Kita just log in, masukkan semua, tak nak. So benda macam ni kita kena tanya apa yang dia nak. Kalau dia nak buat online, apa sebenarnya yang dia nak. So kalau kita tak tanya, kita just buat je sampai bila pun dia punya budaya tu macam tu lah.
Betul. Yeah. That's right. That's right.
Macam golongan dua tu, bukan dua lah, golongan
veteran senior
they seek human interaction.
Yes.
Sebab bukan semua benda IT tu is beneficial for them lah. So just want to share, dalam masa 3 tahun lagi kita akan ada almost 10% warga ialah Malaysians yang berumur 60 tahun ke atas. 10%
Okay.
Almost 10%, 9.3%. So warga emas ni kadang-kadang dia tak perlukan IT banyak sangat. Dia lebih pada human interaction, because of the loneliness. Dan ada banyak faktor-faktor lain yang menyebabkan dia orang unwilling to change. Not really. Dia non IT savvy by choice.
Okay. Understand. Yeah. Final thoughts, everyone, before we end off. Final thoughts. Okay, let's go table. Final thoughts. Yep. Comments, final thoughts before we wrap up.
Saya nak tanya dua benda.
Okay.
Satu, how do you stop brain drain? You talk about the right people, the right place. Second one is how do you stop leakage at all levels?
Leakages. What do you mean by leakages? Leakages as in human talent?
Daripada semua yang kita buat, termasuk investment kita, daripada yang kita bangunkan orang. All these leakages.
Question again, The question was, bagaimana kita hendak hentikan this brain drain? Alright, yes. Good people going out of the system rather than keeping them in. Alright. In fact, all countries are facing this. Alright, yeah. It depends on how you govern, how you take care of them. Alright. How do you now ensure that you appraise them well, you put them up for promotions or not? Right? How do you treat and motivate your staff? Right? And how do you value them? Because I think we are officers and we are staff also. Right? The first and foremost that we want to do to keep ourselves in the organization is to first feel that we are appreciated. Appreciated by who? By our immediate superiors, by our leaders. Right? The work that we do is appreciated. So the leaders as supervisors, as managers, directors and all that, we need to be very sensitive to these things. Right? Kita mesti jadi peduli lah. Right? And we need to motivate the staff regularly. Motivation is very important. You stay in a job because you are motivated. And what makes you motivated? Actually 3 things. 1, you feel that you are autonomous. You're able to do things. That's 1. Secondly, that you are competent in the job. You feel that you are very good in the job. And the third one is you feel related to the job. There is some form of apa tau, macam a relationship with you and the job. If you have these 3, you are satisfying basic needs of motivation. And motivation is important. I think these days, a lot of companies or even government services today just want to transact because it's too fast. They don't care about the human factor, perhaps. And that's very dangerous. This is where the HR, right, the HR division must come into play to ensure that staff, they are monitored well, they are given the right tools to do their job, and they are the way. Professional development, competency building, skill upgrading is very important. Henceforth, kita pun ada kekata kan dalam our Malay culture kan, pembelajaran sepanjang hayat. We need to, because things are changing very fast, especially these days. If they don't feel that they are being appreciated and they are not being recognized for the job they do, or they don't even feel that they are competent anymore and we are not doing anything about it, they will leave the system and go to other systems that can value them more. So the valuing of staff is very important in any organizations. In fact, in Singapore too, we are also facing this. A lot of people are leaving because, again, Singapore very transactional. No? Although it's good, alright, it's very fast, but because it comes with a price, because it's efficient, right? Things need to be done fast. At certain times, we forget that these things are being done by humans. Not good, right? So this is where we need to take a step back sometimes and ask ourselves, who are doing this work? It won't get done if the humans are not doing it. So we need to now appreciate and recognize certain things that people do. And I think as we move into the digital world, because it becomes so impersonal, right? I feel that sometimes there is a lack of interaction between HR, between human beings and human beings. And this is where I think there is something has to give lah. When we move forward, especially in the digital realm, we must always go back to, you saw it in the first video, ethics, alright, communication, human interaction. These are things that cannot be done by robots. Robots can do very transactional things, but robots cannot take away me meeting Puan, shaking a hand, or talking to her over coffee. Very different. I cannot even do this online. Right? And this is what humans we to them that, so that they feel appreciated and not just a number in your roll call. They are not number 22, they are Mr. Ahmad, Encik Zulhaimi, Madam Mastura. They want to know as persons and not just numbers. I think this is something that we need to be very mindful of. So the HR officers here, I think you know this too. Perhaps you know this and you are doing something about it. But it can be a more concerted effort to ensure that the talents do not move. That's why these days the people development, they have morphed it into talent development and talent retainment. Alright, you retain talents. Everyone that comes through our doors, they are talents by their own right. We need to now ensure that they are developed. Alright, human capital is very important. So that's first. Alright, the second part of it, in terms of what was it again? Leakages, right? Well, that again, it's hand in hand, the leakages of people going out of the system. Leakages, in my definition, is leakage of money, right? The leakage of finance through a system that doesn't take care of the finance well too. There are certain systems in the financial world that you are not keeping money within. That means the spending is not wise, you know. And then the leakages comes in the terms of wastages, right? You spend money because this one, sistem ni bagus, padahal sistem tu dah ada pun, but you're not capitalizing on that, but you are spending, so it's money leakage, you know, through that. It's not being used wisely or optimally, right? Because then you keep spending it. Nanti bila one smart person will sit down and say, hey, why are we building this? Didn't we build this before? Right? Didn't we have this? But why didn't you upgrade this and you came up with that, and then this system becomes obsolete, and then what do you spend like 100,000 RM on this, right? But you just spend another 200 on it. You see, then people say, why didn't you say that before? Right? But these are the leakages that can also be found in certain systems if you start building systems in silos. Therefore, it's very important and significant for us to come together to delete and minimize all of these leakages of money being wasted on certain systems, or even people being designated to go on certain projects, but you don't need them anymore. You need to push them to other projects because this project really requires their attention. Right? They call it a serious misallocation of manpower.
We never look at leakages from that angle.
Yes, right.
When we talk in the mission context, when we talk about leakages, we always talk about people disseminating information that they are not supposed to disseminate. You know?
That's part of
leakages in terms of trust, integrity dan sebagainya. Tapi sebenarnya in this context, this is exactly what is currently happening. It's not saying integrity; it's about the whole process as a whole, yeah. And we do have that. We do have whereby because that person has been looking at that for quite some time. We remain as is. Sedangkan the serious misallocation of manpower is happening. It's really interesting. Yeah.
This is also part of leakage. That's how we understand at the macro. Really macro in terms of leakages at the macro level. So these are the finance, the human capital. They leak out because we are not really plugging the gaps. So there we go. I hope I've answered your question. Yeah. Maybe we can have a chat after this. Any more thoughts? Final thoughts? One? Oh yeah, I know. We are ending.
Yeah, I just want to say that malam ni we're supposed to meet, right? Malam ni.
Yeah.
I think we should meet or should we?
It's already recovered.
Okey lah, macam ni lah. Malam ni saya rasa pasal kita pun penat ya, travelling semua selalunya. So what we're going to do tonight, pasal kita pun habis 6:30, right?
Yeah.
Tadi saya let you rent.
No, I said wrap up already. Actually, finished.
Ada kan? Tak silap saya. Siapa ada? So maybe kalau rasa malam nak minum teh tarik tu datang sini. Boleh datang bungkus buat bilik pun boleh. What time? Pukul 9. Pukul 9 okey lah. Kita minum-minum, lepas tu siapa nak pergi pasar karat, boleh pergi pasar karat lah sebelah. I think we just meet tomorrow morning lah
Wah,
Is that
bagus.
okay to everyone?
Okay. This is motivation.
We start earlier tomorrow morning, can? Tak apa. Sebenarnya malam ni session dengan JPA je. So that's okay because whatever that he said just now is already mentioned. So I think that is really good enough lah.
Okay, that's very good.
Okay.
Yeah. Alright. Thank you.
What time are you supposed to meet tomorrow? 9.
On paper 9 lah. Are you okay with 9? Okay lah. Then 9 o'clock we meet here. Alright, ladies and gents, before we wrap up, I have a homework for you. Sorry, Bon. 5 minutes je. After that, we finish off. Kisah Cik Ros. Okay. Interesting, ah? Kisah Cik Ros. I want you to think about it because tomorrow we're going to pick up from here. Cik Ros ni bukan siapa. Orang kita juga Malaysia. Ni rumah dia. Ni rumah Cik Ros. Dia ada kereta. Ada jugalah nak kena bayar juga road tax, 3 perak Macam rumah perak Sini rumah Cik Ros. Jadi Cik Ros ni kebelakangan dia dengar tentang www.malaysia.gov.my di TV. Dia minat. Dia cakap, bagus ni. Wah, boleh aku bikin transaction online ni semua. Not bad lah. Nampak makcik ni bikin, berita terkini pun ada. Tapi, ni Cik Ros. Cakap macam mana nak bikin apa tu mobile device? Nak kena beli ke? Beli kat mana? Siapa yang bagus? Samsung aku dengar. iPhone aku dengar. Macam mana bikin? Ini wifi ni apa story? Apa wifi nak kena masuk wifi ni macam mana? Nak kena beli ke? Diorang dah aku dengar ada router lah. Apa tu router? Macam-macam benda dekat website. Aku nak bayar insurans, kad insurans, property tax pun nak kena bayar. Nak kena transfer duit dengan Mamat. Macam mana? Anak dia lah. Safe ke? Selalu aku pergi building, kasih duit dengan officer tu. Aku tahulah duit tu dah masuk. Something for all of you to think. Because tomorrow we're going to pick up from here.
How? Ni memang nak bagi ni pun.
Right, Cik Ros. Dan mana kita hendak menolong satu citizen ni? Nak bikin kan ada benda-benda ni semua, tapi macam mana nak bikin ni semua? I leave you with this problem because it's a problem beginning, and we pick up from here tomorrow. Thank you very much. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.